wouldn't say that.
Sayings of Pittsburgh's number one.
Let's hear them.
Yeah.
Let's experience.
Yeah, we ain't move on stage. Too crazy.
Yeah, that's right. Y'all actually had the full experience of this place.
Yeah.
From Jump Street.
Yeah. My first DJ was at the Smiling Coast. Like right before.
That was your first performance?
Nah. My what? It might have been the Fall Fest. The Fall Fest might have been. Which one?
That was the last show I did at the Smiling Moose.
Yeah, it was me, Hubs. Who the fuck else was on that show? Joe Basement. I'm trying to think who else. This was a minute ago.
Yeah, it was like 2017. Because I got over here in 2018, and once I got this spot, I didn't do any more shows down here.
Yeah.
You know?
First show I did ever. That was crazy.
Where was that at?
When that pyramid was like a thing.
Oh, okay.
So,
on the south side.
Yeah, and I was like, where like Webb's old studio ended up being. That's where it.
Oh, that's where Pyramid used to be at?
Yeah, like where that little Indian restaurant is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know that what is it? That the Brazilian food right by a couple stadium.
Okay.
Like literally on that corner. That's where.
Yeah, that was
Pyramid. You should throw shows out of there before it came out of the restaurant. Like
shit.
And then I was
crazy
just standing there. That was funny as hell.
bro.
I was like, what happened?
Matter of fact, we'll just talk about them.
I was like this.
Start to...
Yeah.
Frozen.
That shit. Remember, bro, the stage was like a pallet. Me and you did Black Excellence and had no room.
It was like a podium like this.
No, what it was, it was...
The stage was like that big. We stepped up.
Yeah, it was one layer of crates, of milk crates.
No, at what's it called?
Oh, you're talking about the pyramid.
Pyramid. The stage was like a little pallet. Like no bullshit. Like if I step on the stage, I got this much taller.
You're listening to Pittsburgh's number one digital station. Ladies and gentlemen, One Live Radio on mixlr.com/OneLiveRadio. It's on fire. You are now listening to DJ Goodnight on One Live Radio. mixlr.com/OneLiveRadio.
One Live Radio, DJ Goodnight. Broadcasting live from 1160 Hodgkiss Street, One Live Multi-Purpose Center. You can check us out at www.mixler.com/OneLiveRadio or www.oneliveradio.com. Sitting down with my fellas, Dre Dior,
Sir.
and Shamar Hampton.
Hey.
Welcome, fellas. 2/3 of Black Fountain in the house.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hold on, let me change this mic out. It keeps cutting off for me. Check. Yeah. Okay, so you guys got some projects coming up.
Yes.
About to drop some music.
Yes.
First off, let me see how y'all been doing. How have y'all been coping in COVID?
I'm fantastic, honestly. It's been more like reflective time. Like the album probably wouldn't have got done now without COVID because I definitely
You had more time on your hands.
Yeah, I wrote the latter part of the album.
Really?
Like I've been in music mode, knocking out features, songs, ideas. I'm literally starting on the next one, type shit. Like COVID, it hasn't been all bad. COVID's been pretty strict, actually.
So, I mean, how about as far as work though?
Unfortunately, I work in a hospital. I ain't missing stuff.
Oh yeah. Okay, so yeah, you're busy on that. How about you, Dre?
Yeah, so like everything slowed down, so I don't have to like, because all these shows, now I had time to think for like the next song and how I want my project to be.
Yeah.
What it is. So like, I don't feel like I'm racing or anything for any sort. So yeah, like I did features and I actually did my first music video.
Okay.
For Nobody's Favorite. That actually was a good first, people actually listened to it and they liked it.
Word.
And then I I was a cameo for a R&B track, so I was like her, you know, the male model in it. That was cool.
For what song?
The artist's name is Patience Royale, and it's called Untidy. So
Okay.
it was dope. Yeah, that was dope. And I think GJ was the you know, the videographer.
Yeah.
And I did a music video with my boy Louis, and I was featured on his track called Sickening. So
Okay.
that was dope too.
Word.
Yeah, so I got to do more things I did last year, like more videos and
Yeah.
such. So, and then, you know, so we'll let Shamar do his project and let his rollout come out when it's time,
Yeah.
and then my turn.
Word. No doubt. No doubt.
Crazy.
Yeah. So when are you trying to drop the project?
December 11th. It's called Overcast Thoughts. It's pretty much my thoughts through quarantine. You know.
Oh, okay.
Like it was me getting through like all that cloudy shit.
Yeah.
Like me clearing the air like in my head.
Yeah.
It's like getting everything out. It's crazy. It's
How many tracks?
10.
Okay.
10.
Who's on production?
I have a Dev Structures beat.
Oh, word?
Yes.
Okay.
Dev
Okay.
Structures did the outro.
Any collabos?
Yeah, there's collabos. Dre Dior track, Ramon Yancey track, Shamar Ray's on it, and Fredo Falia.
Okay. Okay.
You know, of course. Gotta have a fountain on it.
Word, no doubt, no doubt. So December 11th, you can get it at all streaming sites. So what type of program are you gonna try to do? You
I'm definitely a show. A show.
know?
I need to get with you about the show. I'm trying to go to the
Yeah. Word.
12. That's the plan. 12
Watch out,
so
too.
Okay.
So my plan is project on the 11th, show on the 12th, my birthday the 13th.
Oh shit! Yeah, no doubt, no
So
doubt.
that's the plan. If everything goes as planned,
Word.
we on it.
Okay, that's cool. So the other thing I want to do too is ask y'all about now. Maybe it'll be Blackout 3, but you know, last year I had shows around Lyrical Mayhem, the anniversary of Lyrical Mayhem, which is January 23rd. So I'm pretty sure the 23rd is on Saturday this year. So we'll probably do it like a Thursday, Friday, Saturday again. You know, so like y'all host a show.
Of course.
And then I'll have 2 other promoters, you know, do shows. So I want to keep the tradition going, you know, so that, you know, 10 years down the line, the shit will be Blackout 22, you know, and it'll be like, yeah, I've done enough shows, I'm going to give the night up and have somebody do it.
Coachella by then.
You know? You know?
I'm excited. This next Blackout, the lineup that I have in my head,
Yeah.
it's nasty.
Really?
Yeah, I got a few people too.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and also too, I definitely want to give you all respect because the order of your show and how organized it was, I look back to now. At the time, I appreciate it, but after doing years of shows in here, dealing with all the different promoters, duh. I swear to God. Like the fact that y'all were here on time,
Yeah.
you know?
We on time,
Like,
ready to go.
Right now I'm dealing with, I'm disgusted to the point where I'm dealing with people where I'm about to start charging them. Like, it's their event, they're like, can you meet, can we come at 7? So I show up at 7,
Yeah.
they don't show up till 8:30. For your own show, that started at 8 o'clock. I'm like, I mean, other people were here, like people that are performing and people for the show are here, and you're not here.
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's
You
completely
gotta make
wild.
sure you're here though. That's all
Yeah.
I was making sure. They don't
Yeah.
want to choose.
Me and my brother was the first 2 motherfuckers in here.
Yeah.
You was here, then
Yeah.
me and my brother walked in the door. Like,
Yeah.
7:05 type shit.
Yeah, no doubt.
Ready to go.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
got fired that day.
Really?
I got fired that day. That was funny as hell. But I didn't care because it was so toxic. So, and then I was like, all right, well, time to go to the show. And I rocked it out like I didn't get fired that day. So.
Damn. Where were you working?
CVS Caremark. Toxic.
Oh, yeah.
Toxic.
He said,
Yeah, my wife worked there a couple times. You know, but I mean, working in call centers is ridiculous. You know, I've worked in call centers for most of my life, and it's usually worse dealing with the people in the office and listening to you, want you to answer by a certain amount of time, than dealing with the person on the other end of the phone.
Right.
You know, it's crazy. So
That shit is hilarious.
I know. I was like, well,
Well, we got a show
I
tonight.
got show
Fuck
in
it.
2 hours, so let's get it.
yeah, so I don't have to call off.
Right.
You did today, and I got to call out tomorrow for all that. You know what I'm saying?
Word. No doubt, no doubt. So, I've been thinking about, you know, as far as businesses goes, and I want to get your guys' feedback on something. I've ran into a couple people who do digital marketing, basically social media management. So I want to try to, with their help, come up with a way for them to create like a promotional package for artists. You know, to try to get your social media numbers up and like followers and stuff. Because I know that as far as what labels and industry look at, you know, your music, and then first thing they look and see how many followers you have and shit. So, you know, a lot of people buy followers, but I mean, if you look, you know, you got 2 million followers, but you got like 10 comments. You know, I'm like,
you can tell.
Yeah, you can always tell. So if we can figure out a way for like a digital marketing company to come up with something where, you know, they'll help boost your social media, like basically like a Instagram, Facebook, YouTube package, you know, and see what they can do. Because like one of the guys that came out of the Hip Hop Academy that we did like 10 years ago, I just started working with him again, and he got his master's degree in digital marketing. And I'm thinking, I'm like, well, how can we use that, you know? Because right now he's freelancing, you know, he hasn't found a job doing it. And then my son-in-law just got his bachelor's degree in digital marketing. And he hasn't found any work in it yet, so I'm like, you know, trying to figure out how we can use this. And so I've been trying to send it around their resumes and stuff like that, and I'm getting feedback because, you know, usually in media there's something you can show.
Right.
You know, but there's nothing they can really show except kind of like statistics. Right. You know, so I figure if we can get them some business, help some artists get their stuff up, they'll have something they can show to people to get work.
Yes.
You know?
I feel like they should just, you know, digital like the show. Alright, so I need you to help us market the show on the 27th. Alright, so boom, alright, you've been doing this, alright, hey, that actually worked. We got to do it at the show. Hey, alright, we got Dre, alright, oh, Dre got X amount of new followers in this time. That's exactly.
Cause see, that's what I'm gonna use them for the station. Cause like I was off air probably about 6 months. You know, once I got rid of that side and just concentrated on this side, I want to spend time building this up to get it to look the way it does and have, you know, the venue running. So now it's up and running. I mean, the next thing to do is get the station up and running just like the venue. You know, but luckily I've been busy enough to make a decent amount of money just off the venue, you know, monthly, consistently for at least like 3 months. So if I can keep that going and figure out a way to get the station going, making consistent money, I can stop working for somebody, you know? Because I'm tired of the care mark type of situations, you know? Even though my job was cool, but I mean, when I started there, it was like 8 people. Now there's like 50, so it's basically corporate at this point, you know?
Now they're too cool.
Yeah, so I'm like, you know, I give it a couple of years. As long as I can make as much money as I'm making on my job doing this, I'm cool. You know? Yeah.
No, that's the goal, for real.
Yeah.
I don't want to get my dumb ass up and go to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I got to.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get up and go. If find a beat to listen to or something, or
Yeah,
go
yeah.
hit the studio or something.
Shit, I was doing that at work. I was like, I went outside to go to the bathroom. I thought this beat's nice.
Right.
And went right back in and called me randomly. Yo, I got this show. Blah, 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 blah. I was like, hold on, walk right out. Yeah. All right.
That's why you got fired.
No, I ain't get fired with that because it was just, I don't know. You know, when you see a black dude that's like excelling and they, you know, like you live freely, but you like you joke around, but you get all your work done. They just for some reason they just want you to be miserable.
Yeah.
Just sit there and look at the thing and like look at the camera, the computer all day.
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't do that mentally.
Yeah.
Like I do fitness and everything. Like I can't just sit there. That's why like everybody was built
Yeah.
funny as hell. Like so I can't do that. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt. Like I said, I've worked in call centers. I worked in a call center for, this is how long ago it was. You know, there used to be 2 newspapers in the city before the Trib in the Post-Gazette. It used to be the Post-Gazette and the Pittsburgh Press. You know, they ran out of the same company. One was like a morning paper and one was the evening paper. So I worked at the Pittsburgh Press in a call center where people call about their newspapers, making minimum wage. Guess what minimum wage was at the time?
Like $5. $3.25.
$3.35.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Craziness. You know?
$3.20. I'm like, I'm not coming. I was gonna know. I'm gonna give me that $3.25.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
Fuck if I do $200.
Yeah. Yeah.
imagine your first check.
I'm
pissed. And yo, then they take taxes out of that shit.
No, I'm like, wait. So I'll just work 2 weeks for $200? Nah.
Yep.
Hell no.
I'd have been, yeah, actually, I'd have made a shake, but
Yeah.
now you.
I mean, shit. I mean,
Shit was
the
cheaper.
cost of shit was a lot cheaper too. So
Yeah, $3 is
You know.
straight, but
yeah, that was like 89, 88.
Wasn't even close to thought of it.
Yeah.
Now I'm three baby.
No, I was nowhere near.
Yeah.
I was nowhere near. That's what, like, yeah, my mom was telling me stuff like that. She used to work for $3 for each.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Somebody tell me $3, I'm walking out.
Yeah.
How much I paying? $3.25. $3.25.
Yeah.
I'm wasting my time.
You basically you gotta work 3-4 hours to get a dime sack.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah.
For a dime sack.
For a dime sack. Yeah.
That's exactly why I use my PTO. I was like,
Yeah, see, that's the other people. A lot of people don't know nothing about that. My kids, I tell them, because like my daughter works in a restaurant. You know, working in a restaurant, there's no PTO or none of that shit like that. Vacation days. You know, so I tell her, I'm like, you might want to change industries, and you know, because right now restaurants, it's rough. You know. Yeah. Yeah.
I work for Presby's Hospital. I'm in the kitchen.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Oh,
okay. Because I mean, she worked at her resume. She worked at Allegheny Country Club, like as a sous chef. You know,
I used
so
to get a sous chef down the Renaissance. Tell them.
Okay.
I got the bread.
okay, yeah. Matter of fact, because now she's working at Taco Bell.
You better go to the hospital. I got
You
the
know.
bread in the hospital. I'm telling you.
Word, yeah. Matter of fact, I'm gonna call her right after this.
I got the bread in the hospitals. I'm telling you.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so December 11th,
December 11th.
it's dropping. Show December 12th, birthday December 13th.
1-3.
Well, that's right. Show you're Sagittarius too.
Yeah.
We got 3 Sagittarius in the house.
Hey.
Word, no doubt.
Novembers are the best though. At the end of the day.
Yeah, that's my opinion too.
Yeah. I think they said everybody said they hate Sagittarius is really the December ones on the real.
Yeah, because you know what it is too though? It's the November ones are on the cusp of Scorpio, so we got Scorpio traits.
There we go.
And then the Decembers are on the cusp of the Capricorn.
I can see it. I definitely have some, Capricorns tend to be a little more abrasive. I have a tad bit of a side to me.
Yeah.
Come on, all about whenever the beat come on. Ding, ding.
Word. So matter of fact, let's play. What's the first single?
The first single, we played Untitled by myself and Shamar.
Word.
recently came out. It's craziness. This is Untitled. It's about being in an untitled situation. Everybody went through that shit.
One Live Radio, DJ Goody, let's go.
Gotta keep my composure before I expose ya. Been serving me lies, blowing minds. I ran out of patience. What's the point of fussing? Sparking what I'm rolling. Control this wildfire. I wish you good luck. Sleeping on the sofa, up in your aroma. What was the purpose of staying uncertain? Tell me, was it worth it? Tough shorty, stop lurking. If you had a problem, you just could have stayed. So that's the going back and forth, could you bother more? Listen, I'm tired. Hear me when you're bored, showing no remorse. Like this shit's mine. I got no desire of hitting you hard. You need to relax. Matter of fact, just give me some room. Stuck in my mood, I've been through too much. You just had to nudge me over the edge, but I could have said no. Guess that's how the story goes. This one's untitled, just so you know. Don't act surprised, you keep me later. I could be a leader, and be done in the but that's below me. It's really coming. Pretty girls get better. If you wanna see, keep on playing with me. Just to get some.
Sorry if I take a bit, building a relationship. I'm just trying to pace your shit, ain't no need to make it quick. Don't know what to make of this, stay away from Hickey Gillis word. By the title, more concerned with the vibe between you and I just wanna make it right and everything straight. I don't mean to make you wait, but my last couple days of your boy in the days. Not saying no less, do a little planning. I don't take it for granted. It's just that I've been damaged, some feelings in the air. Sometimes I tend to panic. Love is like gambling, a risk I'm trying to manage. You, I've been praying for something like a manage. Can we start off small, let it build gigantic? Nice small gestures, a little romance, and just know that I fuck with you regardless of
Just
the
let me
stakes.
know what you really want. Who's holding me? Stop trying to numb my head. Just let me know what you wanna do. Just me and you. Just let me know.
Bars.
One Live Radio. Untitled.
Shamar featuring Shamar.
Samurai featuring Shamar. Yeah, that's a banger, dog.
On all streaming platforms.
That's what to say.
Shit fire.
Yeah.
Go bump that shit.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. I don't know if I can download it from off of here. If not, you send it to me so I can play it on the station.
I got you, I sent it over.
Yeah, that's definitely dope.
And it'll be on YouTube too, technically.
Oh, it is?
I think so.
Okay, yeah, because I can just download it from
Yeah,
YouTube.
I think it is. Because Distro can't upload it to YouTube, I think so.
Is there, are you going to shoot a video for it? Is she going to shoot a video
We're
for it?
probably going to shoot a video for the other track that we have in the top. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It just,
I'm getting that Aaron Lennox vibe and shit, you know?
it's like, yeah, she butter,
Mhm.
baby. She's dope. She's different as hell.
Yeah.
She's crazy. I'm telling you, like, I had to make a song with her.
Yeah.
When I found her music, like I found her scrolling through Facebook and shit.
Really?
And then I was scrolling through Facebook, found her music, listened to it. I had a song idea in the back of my head forever, and I was like, she's the one for the song.
Yeah.
So we got her on the song, and then she sent me this one, Untitled.
Okay.
So we did my song, then we did Untitled. And
Okay.
both of them songs came out crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. Is she coming?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, because I definitely want to sit down and talk to her too.
Yeah,
You know.
she'll get the black out.
Word. Word. No doubt. I doubt. So December 11th, project drops. So the song that you have with her, is that the first single from the project, or is this one?
No, the first single from the project, is probably going to be Silent. Drift Away, ooh, I said the name. Drift Away is the other song.
Okay.
Drift Away is probably going to be this song, like the video is going to come out shortly after the project drops.
Yeah.
They wanted to like go. People
Yeah.
get it. Oh, they made the video for that shit. That's
Yeah.
my shit on the album.
Yeah.
Just want to get it, let it sit for a little bit.
Yeah.
Like let people get on it, 'cause it's crazy.
Yeah.
Just like people love that song, they're gonna love both of them. I'm telling you, she's
Yeah.
fire.
Okay, so do me a favor. Push it for a year. You know, push hard. Tell me, push it for a year. You know, even if you just break it down to quarters. You know, even if you, like I said, the thing we might come up with that I'm working with digitally marketing, even do a sponsored Facebook. You know, and then just make sure that there are all the streaming services and that it can be downloaded. And just like I said, because if you seriously push a single, it can make you some money to put into the project to promote other stuff, you know.
Yeah.
And this, I mean, I can imagine what the other song sounds like, you know. Yeah. So yeah, definitely. This is definitely both of them. They're both singles.
Tell me. Yeah, Untitled's out. Untitled just came out. She dropped this November. I can't remember the exact date. I'm not even gonna bullshit the date out there.
Yeah.
It was no, not November. It was October. It came out last month.
Okay.
Yeah. I can't. I'm not about to lie and say the date.
Talk to her too. I don't know if she did or not, and I hope you're going to do it too. Is do a service pack for them.
Mhm.
You know, the single, the instrumental, the acapella. You know, if there's any cuts in the radio version. You know, because these are songs you can actually like. If you give it to me, I can send it out to DJs and they'll play that shit.
I got you.
You know.
Came out October 18th.
That's all you had to do. Just look it up.
Came out October 18th, 2020.
Word.
All right.
Word. No doubt. No doubt. Okay, so after your project, Trey, your project's coming.
Yeah, my turn.
Okay, so I mean, are you still working on it? Is it finished?
I am still working on it. I have a feature. I'm still waiting on him. He be trying to duck me.
Really?
So, yeah, he be trying to hide from me. And I be seeing him at shows like, you know, you work down the street from him.
Yeah.
The studio, and he be like, but at the end of the day, I can't talk because I got 3 features I'm supposed to do for
Somebody
3
else.
homies, and I already came out and told him like, look, I'm sorry, you know.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, but I keep telling him like, yo, like, just sell
Yeah,
the
see,
day.
that's the other thing I'm trying to do too, is get the studio back up and running.
Yeah.
You know, because we had the studio next door, so
I used to-
next door's not mine, but my man Eli's over there who shoots music videos, so a studio would work for both of us because he deals with artists all day too, so, you know.
Who was over there? What was his name?
Sleeves.
Yeah. No, not Sleeves. Who am I thinking of? What is that dude? I'm thinking of dude from Level Up. Yeah, no, I was over there with Sleeves. Have you heard Haunting by me and Ramon?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sleeves did that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sleeves is nasty too.
Yeah, definitely.
He can rap. Like
Yeah,
besides
I know.
being a crazy
Yeah.
producer,
Yeah.
Sleeves is
Yeah.
quietly one of the best rappers running around here.
He can rap and sing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Quietly.
Yeah.
Sleeves.
Yeah, I know, because I mean, I've seen, there's one of his music videos that I came across, and I'm like, dog, I had like no idea, you know, I was like, you should be put like, I was like, Doug, you should be pushing this shit, you know? But yeah, I mean, he likes the production side
He
more.
likes the boards.
Yeah.
He's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, shout out to Sleeves. You know? Now, so how many tracks you got there?
I don't know. I don't wanna say that. Like, I wanna say, I'll give you that good 70%
Okay.
is done.
Yeah.
It's just, I just need to get the feature and,
Is it gonna be like full length or an EP or?
what's an EP anymore?
Yeah,
So,
I mean, you know, 6, 7 tracks. Some people do 4-track EPs and shit, you
That's
know?
what it seems like nowadays. They're called care packages now. They're like, here, 2 track, boom, all
Yeah.
day. But then, so it's gonna be around, I wanna give between 9 and 10,
Yeah.
one or the other. So,
That's
you know,
cool.
cause you know, that 60% human was last year.
Yeah.
So I'm not like really trying to rush anything, but it's definitely gonna be like a different view from what happened since I dropped that to
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
So it's definitely, I mean, you heard Nobody's Favorite. You already got the single, so
Yeah.
you got Nobody's Favorite, and I got one for you whenever you're ready to play that. So yeah, like you can tell it's gonna be it's a different me.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I learned from losing so many times at all these shows for like the little petty things. Oh, you wore a hat over your eyes. I'm like, I'm sorry, man. Like that's how I wear my hats, and you know, like
Yeah.
stuff like that, or you don't move around enough. So I started changing that.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. Like, you know, this COVID's just gonna clear up eventually, and like try to document as much of yourself as possible in front of live performances, as far as live performances, because like 2021, 2022, you know, concerts are gonna come back, and when they do, the connect for this National Association of College Activities is going to come back too, and they pay good money for local artists. Basically, you know, you go to these different schools and you might get booked for 3 shows, 5 shows, and average pay $1,500, $1,200 plus. They'll pay for transportation, room and board, and give you money towards your actual show, like your stage show, you know.
I
So,
would do that.
Yeah,
Give me a Slippery Rock. Give me a Slippery
Yeah,
Rock.
exactly.
Show.
because basically what happens is that organization, they have the conference, and all the different schools come, and all the talent comes. So you set up in a booth for the people to come by and check you out, and then there's opportunities to perform. But in order to reach those opportunities to perform, you have to submit. And so you submit video, music, social media, you know, they want the whole package, you know, basically like an EPK that shows you, and then it'll be like, okay, you're invited, you get to come. You know, you pay different levels to perform. Like you can perform it at like one certain one, or you can do a package where you perform everything, or you can do a la carte, you know? But basically, if you submit, and as an organization, you can submit 10 people. And if you do that, maybe 3 people get picked. We can take everybody, you know, and basically do it like a tour. So that, you know, we go to, you know, WVU, you know, Potomac State, and then maybe end up in Maryland and shit on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You know, over those 3 days, we just made like $5,000. Between, you know, 10 people, that's still,
You
Yeah.
just let me know whenever the NACA comes back around.
yeah. But like I said, that's what I'm telling you guys now, is so you can document your performances and work on your social media and get everything together so that when it does open back up, you can submit and it'll be like, okay.
Yeah, that's what I actually did. That's another thing I did during the COVID. I changed how my social media is. So like
Yeah.
everything is straight up music.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like, I had BET look at my stuff at one point. I
Really?
didn't know what they was looking for, cause they didn't really reach out.
Yeah.
They was definitely looking, like, that and like some other verified artists.
Yeah.
So I was just like, Guap Dead 4000 was looking at myself, I was like, I wonder why.
Yeah.
But, you know, I mean, it calmed down now, but, who knows? I don't know what I was doing, but I was just making sure to keep doing that.
Yeah.
Over and over.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. So, matter of fact, let's play some music.
Give me that. Give me that.
Matter of fact, I want you to introduce it.
Can I tell a funny story about Give Me That before we
Go
play?
ahead, man.
So, Give Me That. I'm supposed to do the ad-libs. I'm supposed to be in the background going, give me that, give me that, give me that, give me that, give me that.
And what happened?
I fell asleep in the studio.
After you did the song with Shamar,
Yeah.
you slept like a baby with the phone in your ear. Like you sleeping like you was pillow talking
on
with
the
a girl,
phone.
but he was knocked out
Look.
on the couch.
I had a long day. I had work. I just laid a song. I'm on the phone. Went to sleep. High up. I done smoked like 3 or 4 blunts. I'm in the studio. You tired? You get tired? You start smoking? So there ain't no ad-libs gonna give me that. I got left out the song.
It's all me.
Because I fell asleep and Jay won't wake me back up.
No, because you look like you was really like comfortable.
Like you needed that rest.
You slept with the phone in your face like this. So I was like, yeah, there's no point in talking to this man. So
Dre Dior,
Dre Dior,
give me that.
give me that on all streaming platforms. And also SoundCloud people. So
My little girl is always getting into something. That's why we use new Tide Hygienic Clean.
Dad, I went exploring.
You look like you were in a swamp.
I was under the
and
porch.
I got
Now I'm more worried about what I can't see.
There are critters and magical
Like
creatures.
the last
Good thing
one.
Tide Hygienic Clean removes the visible and invisible dirt.
I'm going to the aquatic kingdom.
Have fun.
Give me
If you've got to be certain it's clean, it's got to be Tide Hygienic Clean.
don't fall asleep on it.
Give me that. Give me that.
Hey, that's that slap.
Drake Dior.
Yes.
So, who's on the production?
It's actually the same person who did Nobody's Favorite. His name is Pure Gold. How it happened, he was offering cause I chose to make, cause some people don't like to actually try to reach out to the producers that made your song
Yeah.
hot at the end of the day. So I actually looked for his social media, talked to him, sent the song Nobody's Favorite to him. I was like, yeah, without you, the song wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
So he was like making an offer, like making beats,
Yeah.
like, exclusive. So I said, I kind of want to have a song that I can, vibe to and a little bounce to it.
Yeah.
And made that, and then knocked it out. Like,
Right.
but yeah. So, and the reason why I even made that track was like because the first thing I said was manifest everything on this journey. So I'm like literally quarantined. I'm manifesting everything I want to do after this.
Yeah.
So it sounds like a trap song, cool, but I'm actually talking about real stuff at the same
Yeah.
time. So
Yeah. No doubt.
it was actually funny because DJ Chevy, when he played it, he said, "What trap artist you ever heard someone say manifest?" I was like, no.
Yeah.
I try to, because at the end of the day, I grew up on hip hop.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm always gonna find some way to mix the new school with the old school. So I'm
Yeah.
always gonna show you that I got an education and I know what words mean and I know
Yeah.
how to use them.
Yeah.
So yeah, like that's the reason why I made that song.
Right. No doubt. No doubt.
So you got 2 tracks of the new project coming. I'm not letting you know what it's called yet, what
Okay.
it's about, because it's all about Mr. Shamar over here.
No doubt. No doubt.
What?
But again, like I said, just make sure you push it. Even if you spend $20 on the sponsored ad,
Mhm.
Yeah.
just do it. Because you never know. Like you said, BET was looking at your page and shit. Somebody else can be like, oh shit, I like this song. What else he got?
Hold up.
That's what I've been doing. Like, yeah, and then he was asleep the whole time on that track, So,
But look, I woke up, I heard it in the car, I was like, oh, this shit.
and then, yeah,
It's definitely going. The whole time we recording, I was like, oh.
you actually did that on
Last.
Get a Grip on
Yeah.
the last project.
Get a Grip. Get a Grip's my favorite song off
Yeah,
the
the
last
favorite
project.
song,
And I
and
slept
slept
through
through the whole thing.
session. Funny story, I slept through nobody's favorite too, but Dre woke me up to say the second verse. But he couldn't wake me up for Give Me That.
Cause you had no verse.
What's his name? Look, I was over there asleep. I was over there asleep. Dre come over, hey, get up. I need you to say this line. What are you talking about? I'm asleep.
Cause I couldn't say it for some reason.
But then Dre went to like full blown Shamar, like I wasn't like dead ass sleep, like he wanted me on the stage, like I just been rolling all day. He's like, no, I need your Shamar voice, nigga. I got the sleep voice. I was knocked out 45 seconds ago, bro.
Made it work.
It'd be dead, make it work.
And then you went right back to sleep after that.
That's very
I
true.
didn't need you anymore. I was like,
Dre like to go to the studio at like 12 o'clock.
you like to go to the
1
studio
o'clock.
at 12 o'clock. We never get Web doesn't like to get us until that time.
Well, that doesn't come outside until like 8 o'clock.
After he has to feed his antelopes and all them. So
Put out a wildfire or something.
yep. So it's always a fireman, man. You can't be a fireman, like.
Damn. Yeah, I've been trying to get Webb to sit down with me for an interview for probably about 4 years now.
I know.
I can't get him to come out. I can't get him to come out.
He like, sorry, man.
Dog, his son comes here. His son performs.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah, his son, James Jr.,
I didn't know that's his son.
his namesake,
Like
comes
JJ
here and performs at shows and can't get him to come out.
Like JJ Orr's his son?
No, not James
Not-
Jr., not the
Not the
producer.
producer, the rapper.
Yeah,
Huh.
yeah.
I did not know
See
that.
that? See, he'd be like, sorry, yeah, I gotta feed my zebras.
Good
So
job.
then I could come out. Like, oh wait, now they caught on fire. I gotta, and they'll tell him, yeah, that they got stuck in the flood actually. When Noah's Ark came, he was there, but he had to go back in time real quick. That was like on my studio session.
Web.
But he's nice though.
Web.
Oh,
I get
trust me, I know,
Once
dog.
you catch it, you gotta catch Web.
Yeah, I know. Trust me. I just did an interview with ECX, who Webb is producing her project. And I was telling her, I was like, when I first met Webb, his studio was in the original Man store on the corner of 5th and Wood downtown. And it literally was a closet. Like, he had a little table, he had a computer set up, little soundboard, mic in front of it, and he would step out, the person would step in, get behind the mic, and he would reach in and hit the space bar to start recording.
Web came a hell of a long way.
Oh hell yeah, yeah.
Like,
He was the first producer down in the Diamond Building across from Fifth Avenue, across from yeah. He was the first producer in that building. Like that whole floor had studios on it at one point, but he was the first one in there. Him. The second one was Ricky P. He was in there. Yeah. Who else? Yeah, Big Life's producer.
Big
Fest.
producers?
No, his producer.
Oh.
Fest. He used to be, Big Life used to be down with Steel City Records with my man Fest, Fast Money Fest. And they had a studio down there on the same floor. Yeah, like I said, eventually, like that whole floor became recording studios, and he was the first one down there. And then he went from there to above Cashy Jewelers and just had all that space up there. That was crazy. You know, we used to do parties and shit up there. You know.
What?
Yeah. And then the plug. You know.
Media.
Yeah. And him and Rough Bone.
That's about the time. That's shortly before the time I met Web.
Really?
Yeah, I met Web. Actually, Web introduced us to you.
Over.
Yeah, Web was telling us about DJ Goodnight forever. Like, probably our first message in our thread is
Really?
probably be like, hey, yeah, Web was telling me to reach out to you, like years ago type shit.
Damn.
Like, yeah, dude, Web told me to find out about DJ Goodnight. Because
Yeah.
I want to say Web told you about, because Web was talking to me and Yancey specifically about you.
Okay.
And I believe Dre was there as well. And then Yancey did, I'm trying to think of what show it was, because Ramon did a show before me. He did a show, and then I did the one at the Smiling Moose.
Okay.
He did one before the Smiling Moose. I'm trying to think.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know, because like 2016, 2017, I probably did like 10 shows a year at the Smiling Moose.
Yeah.
You know.
Ramon was on one of them before that. Cause he met, I'm trying to think, damn, this is time ago. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
even time ago, but it's time ago.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Web put us on the DJ Goodnight.
Yeah. Because you know what he would do is, or what we would do is, whenever he would get a new spot, I would come to the radio show and have artists come through for interviews. And, you know, you come through for an interview, be like, oh, there's a studio back there?
Oh, let me see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
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 Get it popping.
Oh yeah, I want to see that studio while I'm here.
Yeah.
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 That's great. Why is that?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely a super producer too. I mean, he's actually would work with Rough Riders and Bad Boy for real and shit, you know?
He did tell us that.
He told us about working with Lil Jon and who was that? Was you there with the story with the Masters?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to think who the hell. I want to say
He told us, he showed us
Whose
one
Masters
song he
was it?
exactly was on. Was it a Ludacris track?
I want to say no. Somebody stole. I want to say the Lox' Masters because they had the Lox just signed somebody and they had him diss. I want to say Jay-Z or something like that.
Mm.
And the dude didn't want to diss Jay-Z, so he got mad and took the Masters or some shit like that out the studio.
Yeah.
And the Web pretty much got kidnapped, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
If, he tells the story a million times better, but Web's stories are hilarious.
Yeah.
Like, we're in the studio, he's mixing
That's
down.
why I want to get him on the show.
Yeah, he has stories.
You know? Because, I mean, like I said, we go way back to, like, the first studio in the closet.
Yeah.
You know, and then actually I forgot about Firehouse, because Firehouse was after we came out of the original Man Store, he had the recording studio that was in that alley by the Oyster House. You know, if you're coming out of Market Square, there's that alley right there, there's other little places, yeah.
It was a company, the
Yeah,
Bells and all that.
like to the left there, right now it's just a door, but used to be full window, and you could look in and watch Webb at the board produce and record, and you go down the steps, and you come up the other side, and you be in Success Barbershop on the next street over.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were down there for probably like, I don't know, about 2 years, and you see what happened like to Market Square, how it's populated, like how it basically the market it came up.
They got board games on the bottom.
Yeah, so Chuck was the person who had the barbershop. So he had a 10-year lease. Yeah, I don't know how he got it, but what they did is they sent the police up in there and said that somebody was selling drugs out of the barbershop and shut them down. Since we were connected, because you come downstairs, go to the basement, come up the other side, they shut the studio down too, put locks on the doors. So business is shut down for that long, you can't do anything. Like the barbershop lost his business, so they lost their lease, which the owners really want to do that anyways. But the other thing that happened is somebody came through and robbed the studio. Like I had 2 CD turntables downstairs, 2 speakers just like this. I had the whole setup. And somebody took my system, took everything on website except the tower. But the tower was at the front door on the barbershop side. So they were going to take it, they probably just forgot it. Luckily, that's the only thing that saved his music.
Yeah, the tower. I need that. They got all the music in it. Anyway.
Yeah, but it was fucked up though, because at the time they were filming a movie in Market Square that was on some cable station, and Webb had like 5 or 6 tracks that were going to be on the soundtrack to that movie, that TV movie. During the time we were locked out, couldn't turn the music. Yeah.
That's wow.
Yeah, crazy. I mean, and I forget, I'm pretty sure it's like John Leguizamo was in the movie, like the TV movie. Radio station was on like Lifetime or some stupid shit like that, but still, 5 tracks on them, that was crazy.
That's wow.
Yeah.
That's just crazy.
Yeah. Like I said, I've been trying to get Webb over here, and if I could get him to sit down and tell stories, because like fucking BG came into the city for like 2 weeks and he just stayed in the studio with Webb, making music. And finally his manager came and got him and took him, because that year they had the G20 summit in the city.
Oh yeah. That was
so that's when the city, they locked the whole city down, because all the presidents and they were here. So if he wouldn't have got out, he would have been stuck here until after that, and he had obligations and shit. So, but I mean, like I said, it was crazy.
That shit's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, that's the brother.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. He's like an urban legend. You can't catch him.
Nah, get him on that.
It's like rumor has it.
I
Yeah.
get you.
At this time.
I'll give anybody $20 if they get Webb on the phone right now. Call Webb, I got a 20 for you. And he's gonna answer me, fellas, what?
Fellas, what's up?
I gotta call you 5 times for a studio session. He called you for some bullshit and picked up.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, his number's been the same for the longest time too, but like I said, it's usually in order for me to reach Webb, I have to go down there. Yeah.
Calling Webb don't work.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely not on Facebook. No.
You gotta call him after 4 o'clock if you do call him. Then you gotta call him a couple times. Then he might call you back by like 7.
Yeah, right. Come on, like fellas.
Then you get to the
I'm like, man, I need you.
Then
Like
you
3
get to the
hours.
studio about 8.
Yeah, I can do that for you.
Damn, he had it down.
Yeah. I gotta say everything correctly. I gotta sound like everybody. Like I'm always around, so I listen. So I gotta sound just like them.
Right. No doubt. So, projects dropping December 11th. What's the title again?
Overcast Thoughts.
Okay.
Favorite cast stocks.
December 12th show,
Show.
December 13th,
Get old.
your birthday.
Get old.
How old are you gonna be?
26.
Damn, you are getting old.
Get old.
That's offensive.
Yeah.
Because I turned 27 on November 25th.
Oh, damn. That's the year, the lucky year. 27.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Alright.
But I'm being sarcastic because that's
27 club.
the 27
You
Club.
better not pick up no new habits.
Dude, Kurt Cobain,
Mac
Janis
Miller.
Joplin, Jimi Hendrix.
It's my moment. I go out, you blow up. There we go.
But look, what's it called? Jay-Z blew up after Biggie died. You know what I'm saying? Hey. Lil Wayne had to go to jail for Drake to become Drake. You know what I'm saying? Hey.
Eminem's first album was like, no, I'm a liar. Never mind.
No.
Somebody was at 28 that made the first project, and I was like, and then they blew up to that day. Was it Eminem?
No, I think Eminem was older. He was younger than 28. I know Jay-Z was 25, like when 26 when Reasonable Doubt dropped. But I mean, Reasonable Doubt first dropped.
Yeah.
It wasn't what it's considered now.
It wasn't an LP, no.
Yeah.
It was like you put it out and then it came
Yeah.
back out.
Yeah. So.
That's crazy.
So your project's coming out after Shamar's.
Yeah.
So when, like, January, February?
Yeah, because when he's done, now it's my turn to get all the attention.
Yeah.
So then we go,